How's about a hand for Lucas Keeley for opening up the show? Okay. I think I remember how to do this. We'll see what happens. It's been a while. Little song I wrote a while back now when I first started touring around the country, and at the time I was playing shows at just about any place that would have me, and that led to some interesting, not only interesting gigs, but some interesting sleeping arrangements as well. It's called Every Dog Will Have Its Day. Cheap hotels, a brick in my spine. The day-long driving can mess with your mind. A skyscraper I'm attempting to climb, and most who walk on Everest will fall down and die. Every gambler has to throw down the dice and hope that Lady Luck is gonna stay. And by your side. Been up north to where the sun do shine, and way down south where it snows in the summertime. Accustomed to the road, not like the clouds to the sky. I get driving in my bus with two closed eyes. When your heart gets heavy, your head gets heavy, can feel like you're winding down the path to despair. Blood, sweat, and tears, so many years, the journey controlled by the wheel that you steer. Step those stones, jump those cracks, learn how to crawl before you learn how to stand. And every dog will have its day. I do believe I'm gonna find my place. Yeah. found my place. Found my place down at the Wheat Chief Hotel on a Saturday, April, Anzac Day weekend. Thank you very much. Is that any better? Alright, I'll get on to the next one. It's there, cool. So, has anyone been to one of my shows before? Hey, there we go. Thanks for coming to give it another chance. Has anyone not been to one of my shows before? Hey, okay, thanks for giving it a chance. My name's Shaun Kirk. I'm a 34 years old now. I'm a Pisces. I enjoy long walks along the beach and candlelit dinners, horseback riding into the sunset. And I haven't always been a musician, you see. There was once a time in my life when one could describe me as nothing but a full-time, fully qualified adolescent little shit. I was that kid that would sneak out his bedroom window at 3 o'clock in the morning, go find his friends hanging out the front of the local Woolworths, and we'd spend our night asking the passing over 18-year-olds if they could so please, please, please kindly buy us a pack of 25 Winfield Blues. And or a 4-pack of Woodstock. I drop a choice from the age of 13. Hanging out with the wrong crowd, you know. Till I got to 16 years old and my wonderful, wonderful wise mum kind of saw something was going on and something didn't feel quite right, didn't seem quite right, and she decided to put a guitar in my room, an old nylon string guitar. And it sat there for a little while collecting dust until one day I built up the courage to pick it up, and well, then I put it straight back down because it sounded shit. But after a little while, a friend of mine came around and taught me how to play a song. And before you know it, I was no longer sneaking out my window at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was up the back of the house, having my own little rock concert on a nylon string guitar, keeping my parents wide awake at all hours of the morning whilst I went. And life all of a sudden made complete sense. And I knew exactly what I was doing for the rest of mine. And I went on to get a job at a music store. I was 18 years old. Whilst that was fantastic, it took me about 3 years to realize that, you know, getting paid to play guitars was good. But there was one part about the job that didn't sit too well with me, and that was that I had a boss telling me what to do every day. Never been one to be told what to do. And so, 21 years old, I decided to quit my job. Pack my van, had an old combi van at the time, pack it full of all my shit, and hit the road just to see what would happen. And what that's going on 12, 13 years ago now, and well, apart from the last 2 years, I haven't really stopped ever since. And nor do I plan on stopping anytime soon. This is a song called 2 Hands on the Wheel. A song about freedom. I won't spend my time confined, trying just to make ends meet. I'm gonna live while I'm alive. I won't be bullied by the hierarchy. You're never gonna know if you never ever go. Nothing in life comes for free. One opportunity to make things right. I won't die wondering. Life is short, we don't got long. Nothing can be guaranteed. But if you ain't satisfied and you get it all wrong, you don't get a warranty. So don't sign the line that you don't agree. I'm gonna pack my bags and hit the road. There's so much to see. I got two eyes on the road, two hands on the wheel, two eyes on the road, two hands on the wheel, two hands on the wheel. And many believe high currency, evidential of success. But true prosperity is health and happiness. You don't gotta do what you don't wanna do, or be who you don't wanna be. Teachers will teach and preachers will preach, but at the end of the day, we're free. So don't sign the line that you don't agree. No! I'm gonna pack my bags and hit the road. To the Wheaty. I don't know if you just saw what I did there, but it just so happens that Wheaty kind of rhymed with the song perfectly, and I thought I'd chuck it in there, thinking that it'd get this crazy, amazing round of applause, this big woohoo! But instead you gave me fucking nothing. So, I mean, I know we're all a little bit rusty in the gig area of the last couple of years, so I'll run you through it like children, the way this is going to work, guys. So, when I do something like that, i.e. like some kind of genius, like just chucking in the name of the venue mid-song that clearly wasn't there when it was written and makes you feel like the song was written about you, which it was tonight, until we're somewhere else next week. What happens there is it's met with this amazing, I'm not looking for like a... I'm looking for a, yeah! I will. That's the plan. I'm going to do it again, and we're going to just see what happens this time. So here we go. And hit the road. To the Wheaty! Two eyes on the road, two hands on the wheel, two eyes on the road, two hands on the wheel. Yeah. How you doing? Paradise is a state of mind. A wise man said, a home don't have to be measured by a solitary house and a bed. The food you've been fed, the rules you've been read, the journey that you share. How you doing out there? Yeah. Two eyes on the road, two hands Two hands on the wheel. Two hands on the wheel. Two hands on the wheel. Thank you very much. We're gonna have some fun. I can feel it. My girl, don't lie to me. Tell me where did you sleep last night? In the pines where the sun don't ever shine. I would shiver the whole night through. My girl, where will you go? 'Cause I'm going where the cold wind blows. In the pines, where the sun don't ever shine. I would shiver the whole night through. In the pines where the sun don't ever shine, I would shiver the whole night through. I would shiver the whole night through. Thank you very much. It's a happy little love song about a Friday night. Beautiful song about jealousy called I Killed a Man I Never Met. Blood on my hands, 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 and it won't wash away. Friday night was getting late. Out in the city, the streets were filling with desperate soldiers, cocked and loaded with ammunition. Had a gun in my hand made of skin and bone. 5 knuckle bullets were waiting to be thrown. I took my aim with a stagger in my step. She had everything I'd ever wanted. Fighting for all her love left me nothing. My memories are black, but never I'll forget, 'cause I'm living in regret for the man I never met. Thank you very much. Well, thank you so much for coming down to the first show of the Holding On to Hope tour. Is there anyone that's been holding tickets since like in 1901?
Thank you so much for holding on for so long. It's been quite the journey, but there's some positive signs really starting to happen now, which is good, and it's lovely to just be back in a room with people, smiling faces, which I can't see because the lights are too bright. I hope you're smiling. Are you smiling? I mean, I can hear some laughter. It doesn't sound put on, but you just never know, I guess. Thank you so much. I love you too. So I'm going to do a couple of songs tonight off a record we released in 2019, not too long before the world fucking changed. And you know, because I guess technically I'm still out promoting that record because, I mean, I never really got to. So we're going to do that and, you know, see where it goes from there. But this is a little song off that record. It's a song that was kind of originally inspired by my wonderful grandfather and who ended up passing away when I was in my early 20s of... it's called septicemia, is it? Where you know, I'm not going to get into the details. That's not cool. But you know, his death was an interesting kind of slow demise, which at times was heartbreaking to watch, but at other times really beautiful as well. And the way that he went in the end was, you know, I'm sure most people in here can relate. You know, it's just one of those like special moments where he got to see all his family right before he left, and you know, his last words were to my sister, which was, you know, I don't mean to be rude, but I got to go to sleep. and you know, she said, yeah, no worries, Grandad, and walked out and got in the car, and then, you know, 30 minutes later we were getting called back. So that was the original inspiration behind this song. But then it also got me thinking about, you know, dare I say it, death and life and the journey. And you know, I don't think I've ever really been scared of death as such. You know, I mean, I'm 34 now. I'm going to live to 120. I still got a fair while. And yeah, and but what I do really fear, I guess, if there's anything, these days, I've really worked on my relationship with fear, but I think it would be, if anything, it would be getting to the end of it all, you know, and then feeling like I should have done the whole thing differently. You know, regret is what I really fear, which is why, you know, when I was 21, I decided to quit that job and do this, because it felt right. You know, I wasn't worried about, am I going to be able to pay my bills and all that bullshit? It's like, that's not going to matter at the end of it all. I'm not going to be sitting there going, shit, I missed that bill. Fuck. Who cares? Exactly. Someone else will take care of it when I'm gone. So this is a song about that. You know, it's about fear of regret, called Slow and Steady. Steadily the sand in the hourglass trickled down as the time went past. Oh my, how the years have flown. Every day came and went so fast, praying for tomorrow to give back every little second I lost. Taking it slow, slow and steady. I'll be ready when the time comes. Slow, slow and steady. Spend my time working angel to send me up to the sky. Gravity got a hold on me, pulling me down to the dirt beneath, down to the dirt beneath. I'm taking it slow, slow and steady. I'll be ready when the time comes. Slow, slow and steady. I don't know when I'll be slow, slow and steady. I'll be ready when the time comes. Slow, slow and steady. I'll be ready when the time comes. Adelaide, when I first wrote this song, I was having a little dream one night shortly afterwards, you see. And in that dream, I was playing a show at the world's fucking biggest stadium, of course, and it was my show. Talking like Wembley times 23. And I'm playing this song, and I get to this point in the song, and I start kind of fading out, and there's this big, amazing, beautiful audience in front of me. And as I start fading out, I start noticing a bit of a murmur in the crowd, and I start kind of honing in with my ear and going, what the hell? There's a bit of murmur going on over here. And then I start noticing there's a bit of a murmur going on over here. And then as I start to hear the murmur going on down the middle, I start to realize what's going on. It's people kind of going, slow, slow and steady. And as I start, kind of recognizing what they're doing and nodding my head, going, wow, they start getting a bit louder, and then before you know it, they're going slow, slow and steady. And then I kind of give them some more encouragement, and then before you know it, they're even louder, and they're going slow. And they're like yelling it, slow and steady. And then I wake up. One of those dreams, right? Where you wake up. We all know it. We all know the dream when you wake up just when it's about to get really fucking good. One of those dreams. So, with all that being said, what I'd really like to do right now, Adelaide, is give you guys the opportunity of the lifetime. Can you see where I'm going with this? The opportunity, the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make my dreams come true. Now, this is not Wembley Stadium times 23. I get that, but fuck it, this'll do. All right? It's not sold out, that's fine. I don't give a shit. This'll do. So what I'm going to need from you guys is a bit of singing voices. Can we do that? Now, I mean, whilst that, was, nice, it did not fill me with confidence. So Adelaide, what I'm going to need from you guys, what I'm insinuating here is a good old-fashioned sing-along. Can we do that? I'm still going to need a little bit more enthusiasm for you to make me feel, yeah, okay. Good old-fashioned sing-along. So, it's really simple stuff. The words are just slow and steady. I'll be ready when the time comes, okay? And it just goes a little bit like this. It goes exactly like this. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Slow. Now what we're going to do is keep it in time as well, guys. play one gig. And you know, they just started singing along. I barely even asked them to. And before you know it, you know, they were just singing so loud it was resonating throughout the big, you know, cathedral that we're in. And Mum, you should have been there, Mum. I mean, okay, so that's what we're playing for. Here we go. Loud as you can, loud as you can. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time, loud as you can, and loud. Slow and steady. I'll be ready when the time's come. One more time. That's so good. Slow and steady. I'll be ready. Slow and steady, I'll be ready when the time comes. Slow and steady. I don't know when I don't know when I don't know when I'll be done. Give yourselves a round of applause. Oh man, I'm gonna tell Mum all about that. My dreams just fucking came true. That has never happened before. I have never done that at a show. Never sung. People have never sung along like that. That was my God. I'll never forget you, Adelaide. Never. How's everyone doing? You sure? Okay.
somebody else. Ain't right, but it's all in my head. Oh, I'm surprised that I'm still alive. I should be dead. Bright lights, big city going to my head. Bright lights, big city going to my head. How you doing, Adelaide? You gonna know my name. You gonna know my name. You gonna know my name. Yeah.
Well, traditionally, after that one, I've got to slow down a bit. Whew. So, in 2020, which just feels like it was only yesterday, but yet so long ago, I wrote this song that I'd been kind of thinking about for a long time prior. I'd been writing this little message on people's merchandise. Did I mention I've got merchandise available tonight? CDs, vinyls, T-shirts, all that stuff. I'd been writing this little message on people's merchandise for years, and it was keep on holding on to hope. And I always thought, I can't remember exactly where it came from. I think it might have been through my own journey with mental health struggles and thinking about what got me through that period, and it was always hope. And so I've been writing it on people's merchandise for years, and always wanted to put it to a song, and tried numerous times, but could never quite find the right chords and the right melody. And then in 2020, when everything went just haywire, it all started making sense. And I sat down I had a piano at my old house, and I sat down at the piano and started putting together these chords and this melody, and it was the first time I'd done it, and it actually felt right, and it turned into a song called "Holding On to Hope," which I later released. It was last year, and this is actually the tour for that single. So thanks for coming, and this is the official launch of the single, I guess, right here. It's only taken 12 months or so. You can't rush these things these days. Take your time. So this one goes out to anyone who's been through some challenges in the last couple of years. And as I say that and look at you all, I know that every single one of you have. It hasn't been easy for any of us. But we just got to keep on holding on to hope. That's what's going to pull us through all these crazy times. And make no mistake, we will get through it. Humans always do. They always do. They always have. Every other time in history, they've always got through it. Tell me a time they haven't. We wouldn't be standing here if they hadn't. So, this one's called Holding On to Hope. When the cruel world brings you down, and you feel like giving up, don't you let go. When it feels like you won't win, 'cause you got nothing left to lose. Reach for my hand, don't you let go. Keep on holding on to hope. Holding on to hope. Let it be your light in the shadow of the night. Guide you through the dark. It's so easy for the fight to knock you to the ground, but as long as we're alive,
chance to rise. Keep on holding on to hope. Keep on holding on to hope. Let it be your light in the shadow of the night. Guide you through the dark. And I will pick you up when it gets hard to stand. Don't you lose touch. Don't you lose touch. Don't you lose touch. Don't you lose touch. Touch. The power in your hands. Keep on holding on to hope. Holding on to hope. Let it be your light in the shadow of the night. Guide you through. Keep on holding on to hope. Keep on holding on to hope. Let it be your light in the shadow of the night. Guide you through. Let it guide you through. Let it guide you through the dark.
Thank you very, very much. Well, I got a couple more to go. I want to say thanks again to Lucas Keeley for coming down and opening up the show. How's about a hand for Lucas? Local legend. And I also say thank you so much to Nonny up the back on the sound, taking care of all the sound, making me sound way better than I am. And to my wonderful friend over here on the merchandise stand, Marnie, give her a big round of applause. She's jumped in the van with me for the big epic drive, and she will be selling merchandise after the show, just in case anyone is interested. It's there. We got to get back to Melbourne, so it's there. But last but not least, actually as well, thank you so much to the Wheat Sheaf Hotel for having me. It's always a pleasure. I've been coming here for years, and it's still one of my favourite gigs in the country. So a big round of applause for the Wheat Sheaf for creating such a beautiful space to come and play music in. And last but not least, absolutely not least, thank you so much. So much to my mum. No. To you guys, thank you so much for coming down and supporting live music. I can't tell you how grateful I am for that. And to all those people that have held on to tickets for so long to catch this show, thank you so much for being so patient and understanding. And I hope you guys can keep on coming back to shows for years and years to come, because I don't plan on stopping coming to Adelaide for years and years and years to come. So. Tossing, turning in my bed, another sleepless night, nobody by my side, eyes are burning, bloodshot red, tucked in oh so tight to this nightmare, howling at the moon. didn't see it coming. Gravity came to land me here with nothing. Took my world from me. Now I'm spinning round and round and round, howling at the moon. The moon. The moon. And I've been stumbling down a dark road, getting oh so high under the midnight sky. Every morning when I'm falling, I wonder why it's like blood from a stone. This troubled life of mine, should have seen it coming. Gravity came to land me here with nothing, 'cause I'm too blind to see. Trying to fly free from pain only brings me down, so I keep howling at the moon. Howling at the moon. Hear me calling? Can you hear me calling out? Can you hear me calling out for you? Can you hear me calling? Calling out for you. Can you hear me calling, Adelaide? Calling out for you. Can you hear me calling out? Calling out for you. Can you hear me calling out? Calling out. Howling at the moon. Thank you so much. My name's Shaun Kirk. It's been an absolute pleasure playing songs for you all tonight. I got one more to go. And finish with a, if anyone is feeling the need to get up and dance, like this is probably your time to shine right now. I'm going to finish with a song off the latest EP, which is available over here at the merch desk. I will be there right after the show. Anyone who's interested, come say hello. I'd love to chat to absolutely every one of you. That's it. I'm going to give her a pay rise. Look at that. This one's called Save My Soul. And that's not the right tuning.
continue walking slowly, step by step, destined for another lonely night. Every morning when I wake, oh, I look up to the sky and pray that you hear me crying as my worried mind is thinking about that distant day when I could hold you, baby. Won't you save my soul? 'Cause I'm losing hope and I fear I'm about to die. Searching far and wide for those luring eyes. Won't they see that I am lost without you by my side? I know that home is where the heart is, so I've been trying to locate mine with my two blistered feet since you stole it and left me stranded, high and dry with a hunger for love. Girl, it's plain to see without you next to me, I got nowhere else to go. So won't you save my soul? 'Cause I'm losing hope and I fear I'm about to die. Searching far and wide for those luring eyes. Don't they see that I am lost without you by my side? Lost without you by me, lost without you by, lost without you by me, lost without you by, lost without you by my side. Adelaide, I would be foolish to go without trying to one last sing along. Now this song is so simple, right? So this is there any really shit singers in the building? Okay, this one's yours. This is yours because it's a blues song, right? So this is what I figured out when I was 21 years old. To sing the blues, you don't have to sing good. You just gotta scream it. You scream it, it sounds brilliant, right? So anyone who's got a shit voice in here, all you gotta do right now is just scream this shit and you're gonna go home like you're feeling like a freaking god, right? So side. Don't want you to save my soul, 'cause I'm losing hope, and I fear I'm bound to die. Searching far for those luring eyes. Don't they see that I am so lost without you by, lost without you by, lost without you by my side. Lost without you by, lost without you by my side. We'll do one more. I don't have the PA on anymore. I've already got the time because I love you all and I just wanted to keep it playing. So we're going to do something completely different, right?